Oh, hurrah. Also, thank you for grabbing 10 card packs.
I am sitting on top of Rupert, apparently.
Yeah. I finally remembered to plug the cat cam back in. Whoops.
Sleepy cat.
He's doing his best. Look at him. That's a professional.
I should fucking just set free real estate at not having any more of them out there.
I would do that.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Fucking do it.
If you want to scrap that free real estate, Crom, I'll send you another card if you don't like free real estate.
Well, thank you for grabbing 30 card packs. Good luck on... It's the wrestling game, right? That's what you're aiming for?
Wrestling.
Wrestling?
He's looking for that there devil's dance floor.
Oh my god. I will pato this catto. Oh my god, look at him. Outrageous. Okay.
Oh, look at that Bobbert with his smug flamingo face. Like I got so many dumb ideas for you coming up. Look at you. Look at you fucking sexy ass flamingo.
Stunning. Really top tier. So I'll tell you guys, like, just straight up, I have a headache. It is getting worse and worse and worse, but I'm gonna still try to get through this. We'll see what we can do. Not forgiven! Thank you for grabbing 30 card packs. I'm gonna unplug this just to make my life easier. Good luck on whatever you're hunting for.
Literally everything.
I guess that's fair.
I am sending out the money that I owed people, so Esme, Vala...
Alright, from the other day.
Yeah. Sparkly and Isaac. I was mostly saying those out loud to remember who played in that game.
That is fair.
Because that game went way more ridiculous than I expected it to.
That's about par for the course. You got 3 legendaries from that poll. Did you get anything special? Did you get the tortilla? Or whatever it is now. It's a burrito?
I can't remember how to spell Vala's name. It's a quesadilla. It's a Vorpal quesadilla.
No, that's still out there. How? That is like the rarest of rare cards. I'm gonna be so disappointed when somebody actually gets that.
How do I spell Vala's name?
Oh god. Louder than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, that's right. That's the It's May one, not the It's Gonna Be May one. Oh, I don't know. Do I have the other one? I have to have the other one.
It may.
Just that it's the It May one.
Oh, good. That means the trigger thing is still just me again, though. It goes from grunting to me saying it may as Rupert.
Okay, my bad. I saved it. I think I got the right one on there now. Thank you for being sub for 56 months. Oh, my posture is abysmal right now. Rupert, you want some patos?
Meh.
It's like, do what you want. Hi. Oh. Hi. Okay. Okay. You're lovely. Boop.
I thought it was very funny when Seth was like, "Yeah, this playlist has Backstreet Boys on it." And it's just like, I didn't make that playlist. That's what it recommends for you.
Privacy, thank you for grabbing 10 card packs.
I have nothing entirely against like boy bands.
I don't care.
Like I don't care one way or the other. But like if I had to pick a side, I'd probably pick NSYNC over Backstreet Boys.
You know, I've never been a huge NSYNC fan myself, so.
I haven't either, but I'm more of a NSYNC fan than I think I am a Backstreet Boys fan.
I feel like it's the opposite for me. And that's really dealing with like negligible levels, right? Like the amount that I care is extremely little. It just
I think we can all agree that New Kids on the Block is better than any of them, though.
Man. Brings me back, not gonna lie.
Fuck 98 Degrees!
Yeah, no. I think we can all agree.
Garbage.
They sunk.
Yeah, we can all agree that 98 Degrees is the worst of them.
Yeah.
Alright, like, forget whatever we were gonna do here today. Let's all, like, talk shit about, like, whatever boy bands we don't like.
You can definitely tell what, like, era we're from, though, just based on the boy bands that we're, like, talking about. I will start. Could I ask you to do me a favor? Would that be possible?
What's up?
Could I have you close this door for me?
Yep.
Not close, but, you know. Try to mitigate everyone hearing Alan twice. I'm good on this, actually, if I get distracted. It was enough to take the edge off, thank you. Which girl band was supposed to replace the Spice Girls? Was it like the Pussycat Dolls? Because that's who I feel like it is. Mostly because that's the only, like... No, I have no idea then.
Also, Seth, you don't need the brackets in here. We're not talking in character.
Yeah. Today isn't a fully out-of-character day.
I'm not talking in character.
Yeah, I'm used to it too. To the point that I, like, start to do it when I'm typing in other locations, and, like, I don't need to do that. Alright, so the goal for today is the recap, obviously. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about the new class. And some other stuff. Do you want to just, like, start with the recap?
Yeah, I mean... I'm just looking over and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what parts of this do I need to talk about? Because, like, alright, so... real broad strokes with the recap, real loose this time. Because last time I tried to go like game by game, and it just really wasn't super. Ro, you can only gift it once you get it, if you get a second one. That is how we had like decided. It unlocks it for you. If you get a second one, you can pass that to somebody else. But it's kind of like you're chosen, and we get to role play. Why the person that can train you to be a Beermancer chooses you. Even and if you don't like it, if you do not want it at all, scrap it down. I'll put another one up, and like that's how. It's really, we kind of want like the bureaucratic randomness of it tied in, like why was I chosen, but also like you don't have to give up your previous class. Like you can just take like a couple abilities from Beermancer if you want, or take none of the abilities from Beermancer. But Beermancer does have a little bit of stuff for more than just it has more abilities than you might think, and more uses than you might think. But yeah, this month we started off with the April Fool's game and like the whole prank thing, and we are adding up those points, and like there will be the prizes for that. You can no longer get prank cards. I had set them all at 1 yesterday, and all of those last ones have been gotten. And then so we started off with the prank, and then we moved on to web ball, and that web ball game was super popular in world and like in game. I think you could make it work very easily. I think that like there is stuff for everybody in the Bromance, and I'll explain those in a second. But so we went from we played Blood and Glitter, which was the web ball game, which I learned that having 8 people in a game, perfectly fine for web ball, perfectly fine. You guys did great. It was awesome. We got some real good fun moments out of it, and built up some stupid. You guys did so well that the rest of the world wants web ball. The rest of seasonal wants web ball. So Dyad is building an arena, and Hymnal is building an arena, and Consonant's building an arena, and Gibbet has already built their arena. It's up in and we're gonna see that probably soon. So this is a thing. I don't think either Holt or Delve are particularly interested in web ball. I think it's beneath them, but they will make money. The Otters will make money off of it if they can. And we know that Clem has started selling fucking honey bars through Squishy, and the kitchen at the Secret Recipe is just mass producing honey bars, and that was cool. So then we played the Moss, which showed us a couple of things that I don't know. So in the Moss, we went and met the Otters of Holt. Things that we learned: the Otters are very particular salesmen. They can basically go anywhere in the world. Nobody threatens them. Nobody steals from them. If you do, you are in danger. But they were having a bit of an environmental disaster because a mana battery had somehow leaked its stuff into a lake, and many of the animals were consuming it, which was making them grow massive in size, including a little pill bug that we never saw again. It just rolled off into nowhere.
I'm sure that's
Don't worry.
fine.
I know where it went. But the Otters also have a postal service. They wanted to send a letter to. They had a letter for Pim. Pim never got that letter.
I'm sure that's fine. Also,
I'm sure it's fine. And that I said it at the time that it felt like there was a stone tablet in that package. I need everybody to just remember what I said. Not for now. I mean, months down the line, months later. But they fought giant ducks, and Syria went Super Saiyan 4. But also Poison Ivy, I suppose, and did not create a storm. I need this to become clear. Osiria did not create a storm. Osiria pulled a storm from somewhere else. From a couple sides over, and just pulled it to her location to hit the lightning. Super Saiyan 4 is the one with the monkey tail. And the reverse furry chest. Their chest is super smooth, but the area around their chest, super furry. Not sure why.
Yeah, interesting.
I guess because gorillas don't have furry chests.
Oh, I guess.
Ah, shit. So that happened. We met some fun otters. One is named Quint or Quince. Both work for him. He's based off he's very Sailor from Jaws situation, but
okay, sure.
with ducks. The crew did fine. Krieg convinced their leader Ether that Krieg is to be respected, and Krieg has a welcome place in Holt. They are building a Krieg's at Market Square down there. Krieg has made ties with the Otters and is already in a position to... They like Krieg more than they like the crew. But that's not saying they don't like the crew. They just like Krieg better.
I'm trying to decide, like, what I want to do here. But this headache is kicking my ass. Like, of all times, like, could it fucking not?
I'm sorry. That really sucks.
It's not my favorite. So,
but then we moved on.
Oh, go ahead. That's it.
But then we played Whisper, and Whisper was a game made initially with the idea that you guys were gonna meet, gonna go to Hymnal and meet some real ass. Wait, no. I skipped Supernatural. Sorry. Then we played Supernatural, where we met Mai, which is the other character that Carrie is playing, and Soki, Clem, Cass, and Royce went on a pilgrimage with her to help her become part of the Delvin society. The Delvin are like giant, not giant, like large blue folks, or they can be pale white, and they are covered in like intricate tattoos, and they all focus, their entire lives revolve around an artistic endeavor. I want to tell the best story, or I want to build the best sculpture, and their life builds towards that, and some of them are never done, and some of them literally will build the best sculpture, and then they're done. They're just like, cool. They don't die. Nailed it. They're like, good, nailed it. And they either move on to something else, or they're just like the people, like, they teach. Like, did it. I don't need it anymore. But they also can craft... They summon spirits into their artwork. Their artwork is at the best when they know exactly what the spirits of the area want. We learned that Tarkus was originally one of them, and somehow built himself a body. And, like, Mai is a construct. She is a spirit that has been helping them, a spirit of inspiration, like helping people like know exactly what they want to do. But she wanted a body, so they built her a body. And like she is a tattoo artist, and that will be coming up in the future. They went all the way to the Bone Sands, where Cass got really fucked up because he shot a foam dart at a giant like ship. But other than that, it went great. We had an art competition. We had an art competition. Seth won that one. Krieg came in second. Adley came in third. Yeah. Krieg's was a plushy frog, and I peanut voted for the plushy frog. Everybody, I needed you guys to just know. And then we did Whisper, and Whisper, like I was saying earlier, supposed to be a game about like political intrigue. Instead, it kind of became like a game of a bunch of stuck-up Sphinx cats bashing on Seth's religion.
Yeah. It did kind of take a turn.
It kind of took a turn. And then I was expecting... So there was a museum-esque situation where I was expecting the crew to be like, yeah, fuck these cats and the being snobby assholes. Let's rob this museum. Instead, they were like, yo, we love the police. And then they immediately fucked up all of like the people trying to rob it, including like a character that they were friends with, like. And then like that happened. So that game went completely off the rails. Then they met the Pope, and they got a little blessing from the Pope, and he was like, "Oh, you guys are okay." And that happened. But then we played Love from the Other Side. It was a game where we were trying to study magic. And I expected us to like kind of go all over the world and like study like the different kinds of magic. But instead, we all decided to go like into the forest and be like, hey, how's magic work here? So they found the line in the sand that they can't cross. And it's not literal sand, it's line in the forest that they can't cross. We learned that Midnight's curse is significantly more powerful than he thought, and is definitely brought on by Beromancy. Like, then they found ancient runes of some scholars that used to live on this side, but like thousands and thousands of years ago. But no, like, actual relevant information about them. But they do kind of resemble the word tree stuff, but yeah, it's not a lot on that, and just like, and then Midnight like pulled the Tetzelworm down and like punched it in the face. That story is getting told all over the place, but it is also being spun into he could only do that because of mana batteries, and his actions while on a mana battery is, because of Beromancy, tied directly to Gibbet. So Gibbet gets all the credit for whatever whatever any of you do. If you do like a legendary thing while using a mana battery, Gibbet owns that. But also Rennick and Arel really got to like have some really good moments, and like Charity had a little bit of another misstep, but I think we know which direction Charity's like bush went. Ew.
No, I don't like that.
Didn't like that. Sorry. We know which direction like the mandrakes, whatever version of Charity went running. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was like when I said it, I felt immediately. I meant it. I meant ew. But then after that, wonderful, and also we learned that Thaddeus is not cut out for the adventuring life, but he does like the crew. Then we did Dance Off, which I don't know how to recap Dance Off. We were supposed to have a dance off when we had a prison break, but we had a dance off then a prison break. He can learn to be a Beromancer.
Mm-hmm. Might be able to negotiate his own way out of that contract.
Right? So, like, that game went from, like, fixing an ice cream machine at a hotel to getting in a dance-off against beetles, going to get into another dance-off against cat people, instead use dance to break people out of jail. Valentina is like cold-blooded murderer. Didn't pull the trigger at that time, like, put it away. But we all know that Valentina is a cold-blooded murderer.
That feels right.
It's like, also we got silenced pistols at the end of that game because, again, Valentina is a cold-blooded murderer. Then we played Handclap, which was the street festival game, and like that was the beginning of me being sick. So, these next games are kind of a fever dream for me.
That's fair.
And I still think they were. I don't remember them 100%, but I still think they were good. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I got a bit of a headache, and so does Nika. But I feel like we might have stretched our like brains a bit too far yesterday. But everything good, all good stuff, great stuff.
Yeah, we came up with some good.
100% based on the game. It's just really good. But in Handclap, what did we learn? We learned about another Warlord found a book that taught us about another pirate queen, and we do not know her name, but we know where she is. She is south and then east. Is where that pirate queen resides.
It startled me. Genuinely startled me. Thank you, Romy. It gave me a heckin' start.
But then we know that Midnight, because of his ties with Bureaumancy, has been hired by the folks over the modern Major General at Gibbet to be the star and the face of mana battery energy drinks. Midnight Rush is, or it's either Midnight Rush or Midnight Charge. I have Charge written on the
I think it was
can.
Rush is what we were talking about.
Rush is what we said. But I like when I originally wrote it, I wrote Charge, and I was like, uh-oh. But we can just say there's 2 flavors.
I like Midnight Rush. I think that's fun.
Yeah, Midnight Rush. But
I've also seen, I think, someone say Midnight Crush, which is like different yet again. So I
yeah,
don't know.
Midnight Crush is right. I don't think there's a single drop of caffeine in this stuff. Or if there is caffeine, it's just, it's kind of no, you guys haven't. Nobody's told me to studied it, so fuck it. I'm thinking way worse than cocaine. But
I think I'll use your time just redoing it.
We're in a fantasy world. You think I'm using cocaine? You think I'm using like real world drugs? You think those mana batteries are full of drugs? That's ridiculous. It's right in the name. But we saw Captain Simmons that now is just Captain Blank. He's a horny finger dog, and I feel bad about it. There are also caterpillars with udders. We know that.
They're centipedes?
Centipedes with udders. That's right. There we go. So much. They have udders all the way down, backwards and forwards. Don't worry about it.
Coming out of every orifice? There's a lot. It's upsetting.
There's centipede milk coming out of every orifice, people.
Yeah, basically. That's it. Navigator, thank you for grabbing so many card packs. I think that puts you 20 behind row for top supporter. I think.
The captain left a bookstore with a piece of fabric that she did not show anyone.
Dun dun dun.
Dun. Oh, that's fine. Scour got really...
Oh, thank you for grabbing 20 more card packs. It's like, oh, he's 20 behind? Well, now we give you 40 behind. God damn.
Scour got really hopped up on the energy drinks.
Now forget. Thank you for grabbing 30 more card packs.
Yeah, Fane.
Thank you for grabbing 10 card packs.
Fane, sometimes you need Sentimilk.
You need that Sentimilk.
I don't know what color it is, but
it's not normal.
I have some real doubts that it's white, and it's definitely not blue because Star Wars.
I personally was thinking like a kind of a milky green color.
Oh, milky green. I feel like we're doing green too much though with the
fair enough. I was thinking like because that's kind of bug colors.
See, I was thinking like very viscous, mucusy color. Like, that color when you have like a real bad sinus infection?
Like the yellowier one?
Yeah, okay. That's it.
Okay. I find that acceptable.
Not too bad.
Fucking gross.
The more you ew, the more it makes it real. The more you fight against it.
Fucking
the more you argue, the more viscous it becomes.
The more nipples there are.
The more you tell me of the horror, the more nipples I'm putting on this thing.
I'm so glad I don't eat food or exist in a real space at all. Sent to nipples. Well, I hate fucking that. I hate that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Other than that stuff, what was any other huge, like I know Akana and Vatna had scenes in it, they were great scenes, because I love whenever Akana's on screen, for sure.
It's true.
I didn't even raise the rarity too high of that.
Yeah, no, those are just like regular ass.
Yeah, those are like just straight up.
Like not legendary, because we wanted you guys to like get them. Not obviously we don't make anything we don't want you to get, but like we didn't intend to throttle it.
No,
cards aren't real.
Like no, like when I put like I have stopped putting the game cards at legendary because I want those games played.
Yeah.
Also, like I'll talk about cards in a second.
Yeah.
I'm almost done, guys.
Yeah.
So crash into me. So we played Fiasco as a group of squirrels, and I know I was a little off my game on that game, but it was still a very fun game. And I, like, mostly when I say I was off my game, I missed the opportunity to make what Lurid was saying in the game to be fact. So I am retconning that shit.
So
as long as all the players from that game are good to do it, I think that the thing that Lurid said at the end is just how that game actually was. They weren't racing against each other at all. It was all just a long form heist. Like they played it off like they weren't getting along. So like on the race, they were pretending to be enemies. And they were pretending not to trust each other, but the goal the entire time was to rob an armored truck full of diamonds. So, like that is what happened. I believe that Dami's pop did die though at the end. I still think that is canon.
I think that's fair.
But now these five, who I'm just calling the Furious Five,
naturally,
are just wandering the world, like together. Like, and Lurid's character, Sir Doug, feels like an outsider of that group, but the rest of them, let's see if I can remember them. We had Carl, we had Drags, we had TBD, and we had Dami. The fact that TBD's name became TBD is very funny to me.
I personally, in my head, I was just calling it like Thibodeau.
Thibodeau?
I love the name Thibodeau. Like it's
Thibodeau is a good name. It's not quite as good of a name as Paprika Archipelago.
That's fair, that's fair.
It was a really good one. But then getting right back into games that go a direction I was not expecting.
Classic.
Kiss Me You Animal with Lore, Melanie, Isaac, Pollux, and Castor went fucking wild. They learned of, like, there's definitely a plot by the Linkertons, which hilarious. I did not know.
I mean, how could you possibly?
How could I have known that Hasbro had the Pinkertons on fucking retainer? And I'm glad that it didn't just, like, I didn't wait to show you guys. I was like, oh, that's because of the fucking, like, Pinkertons from Hasbro. No, I just don't like the Pinkertons.
Don't look at the, are you looking at my, like, don't look at these. Don't, like, do you see every one of these folders? This is all of your guys' art. All of it is in here. This is season 3, by the way. This is not, like, I had to start a new one for season 3. Because it was getting too chunky, because I had seasons 1 and 2 were together in the same file. So every single one of these folders, they're all in the same file so I can make them consistent. It's really not that bad. Like, it's not that, like, it's not, like, it doesn't chug. It's fine. I don't know, credit to the iPad, I guess, because it's doing A-OK on this one.
So... and then...
Let's get this back up.
So they went to Krieg's at Market Square because Becky tried to call Lore, and Pollux and Castor picked up.
I want to do that.
And Vala's so good to just talk to. I literally just had Becky like Pollux and Castor a lot. I was like, oh, I'm just doing this. And like invite her out to invited her out to Krieg's at Market Square. And then we went to Krieg's and I showed off the fun GIF that I made, which is just Krieg's with like blinking lights. And immediately they go inside and start talking about things. And that's when they figured out all the like crazy like setup. Like Gibbet is working with the Flamingos and they are working with the Linkertons, which are trying to like work behind the back of Sal. And then a bunch of Flamingos drove by Krieg's, not because they knew the party was in there, but because they don't like Krieg, apparently, and just shot the hell out of the place.
As you do.
As you do. And then they drove back to their away. They told Sal, we saw how strong Sal is because from his office he can like get mad enough to break glass all over the city. And he also gets larger. Like he physically gets larger. And we also learned that he has a heart condition. Turns out.
In my head, the heart condition is the fact that like if he's not calm, he will.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is.
Like it's not the heart; it's his like stress levels that are being maintenance.
Seth, he does not like magic. He is running on a platform to get all magic out of Dyad. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You're not curing this one. Unless you want to take away Sal's autonomy and do it without him knowing. And then once he learns. And also,
I would not want to be on the bad
Yeah, I would not.
section.
I wouldn't want to. I think for a religion to work on somebody, they also have to believe. But then they beat the shit out of a bunch of flamingos. Then they fought a nightmare real quick and then spilled a bunch of lemonade. Sal said a bunch of like gross things about Becky, but he was trying to be polite, but let me tell you, it felt gross. And yeah, now then like tomorrow, yeah,
the fundamental.
That's everything that happened this month.
Yeah.
And before we go on to like talk about the cards and stuff, does anybody have any questions about the stuff that happened this month that did not seem completely clear? If I can answer it, I will. It is a crazy month. Also, next month, we're gonna do assigned games again. Because Streamiversary, and we want like some like strong, like not that these games have not been strong, but the like games where we have open signups, it takes a little bit more work for me to make it strong, because I then have to like take my general idea and then fit it to the players who have signed up for the game. Probably a lot, Seth.
This was the recap. I'm sorry. We have a system in mind. We kind of are thinking on how to make recaps easier and more digestible. It's a problem that we've like had since the beginning. It's more so as the seasons have ramped up. Obviously, like the first season was like 20 some odd games. It was no big deal. Like it's whatever. But then last season was like damn near around 70, I think. And I don't know where we're at, but I know we're in the mid-30s already for season 3. So we need a system. Like you guys have been doing like the recap, like your notes and stuff, and the bounties in Discord, and we want to like, yeah, it's not even May yet. And we want to kind of like pare all of that down into the most digestible. Like, here's what you absolutely need to know happened from these sessions, or like from that month, to like keep going.
Yeah.
I have some ideas on how I want to do it and how I want to like host it. Do I want to like, because like the World Anvil is such a pain in the ass. The World Anvil is a pain in the ass. I wish it weren't. It just, I would love to be treating it like a website, and it doesn't want to do that. It requires so much more, like, fuckery to do, like, what is ultimately, like, a simple task. So we might just put, like a page up that is, like, a wiki, but a wiki is a lot of maintenance as well.
No, turns out, if you say that, it sounds really gross.
Yeah, no, we,
There's a clip of it.
It's
There's actually
there.
the 2 clips of it.
Yep, it happened.
But,
Just looking. Fane, I don't know if you responded to me. When is your schedule? What does your schedule look like? Because, like, yeah, we habitually play at the time span that we play at, but, like, we're down to throw extra games, like, in different, like, time spots. We do that for Baman because, like, we love Baman. I feel like everybody loves Baman. Baman's great. But he can only play on, like, a Friday night at, like, 10 p.m. Eastern. And it's like, okay. Well, because I'm glad to have a session at that time. If it means you get to play. That makes me happy. So, like... That makes me extra happy, Seth, just because, like, those guys are, like, real-life friends of ours. And so it feels good when, like, you guys like people that we like. Thank you for liking our friends. We know lots of swell peoples. You get to see Simmons again this weekend. Simmons is played by our friend Chris. Obviously these are all our, like, back in New York friends that we've, like, plucked for playtime. But Simmons is also a very good friend of Kira's. Chris is a very good friend of Kira's. So we've been wanting to put them in a game together, so that's why you see Simmons twice this month. I also need to get him into a game with Gemini at some point. Try to put that on my, like, to-do list for next month. Make a note to myself if I can reach my post-its. This is kind of important. I need that. I thought I wouldn't need this anymore, but I do.
It's like, we've got a lot of our friends involved, but there's a couple of them.
There's a couple stragglers, but I'm gonna get them. For sure, Simmons and Gemini game would be like Turbo Bean Squad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be, like, Bean Squad.
The most bean a game could fucking be.
I love when you guys, like, find your character's voice. Like, the fact that, like, as soon as Gemini figured out who he was and decided to be full himbo energy.
God, I love the himbo energy so much.
Yep.
It's just such a good fucking, like, take. And we surprisingly don't have any, like, male himbo characters. Like, we don't have any, like, bimbo characters, but, like, I love a wholesome himbo. I like them, you know, like, they're big, they're strong, they're dumb, but they're, like, good-hearted. That's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. So I love that he is that. I'm glad that he, like, went that road. Oh, because you're probably... Oh no. If we're talking creatures of chaos, it's all nameless.
Yeah, nameless and Kui are.
But the thing is, like, Kui is a chaos I understand.
Yeah, like,
but like,
Nameless is a literal cat. It's not even nameless. Like Rob is a creature of absolute chaos. And that sexy flamingo. That smug fucking flamingo. And remember when I pull the trigger on some bullshit coming up, that you all made this happen. I was content leaving the flamingos alone.
In all fairness, that was kind of us in the flamingo game. Like,
that wasn't me. I wasn't there.
Like, no, I mean us as in we, the players of the flamingo game. I was like, oh, we're gonna be antagonistic? Well, of course we are. Fuck that shit. We're all on the same page, so... Tee. Why does this look like a different purple? It shouldn't be a different purple. It's probably just the sketch. Ooh, we frothing up our centipede milk? Centimilk? Sometimes I think about the fact that you can get pigeon milk in Animal Crossing, like from, I don't remember his name. Brewster, the pigeon that owns the coffee shop or whatever, and he'll sometimes ask if you want pigeon milk, but pigeon milk is just like, it's like crop juice. Yeah, so in Animal Crossing, there'd be a little cafe that's run by a pigeon. His name is Brewster. He's great, and he will make you coffee. And so like you go, you get coffee. It's whatever. It's a cute little thing because Animal Crossing is cute. Sometimes he will ask if you want pigeon milk in that. Google pigeon milk, you will be upset. Because pigeon milk is not, it wasn't invented for Animal Crossing. It's a name of a thing. But it makes the coffee, like, sweet and mild. Oh, it's okay, Omi, I can do it for you. Pigeon milk. I love the like, opening description of the very, like, first thing that is like, unlike milk from mammals, pigeon milk doesn't come from a mammary gland, but it does come loaded with antioxidants and immune boosters. Oh, did you know that? Oh my god. Oh god, no, I regret. I have fucked up by reading all of the things that I'm reading.
You ended up on, like, the Urban Dictionary definition of?
No. Alright, just straight from the Wikipedia. Crop milk is a secretion from the lining of the crop of parent birds that is regurgitated to young birds. It is found among all pigeons and doves, where it is referred to as pigeon milk. An analog to crop milk is also secreted from the esophagus of flamingos and the male emperor penguin. So we're gonna just...
Nobody panic! Flamingo milk is on the menu!
Doesn't that mean... Because isn't Patagon an emperor penguin? Isn't that the kind that he's based off of?
Penguin milk is also on the menu.
Oh, Christ. Good night, Hux! Crop milk bears little physical resemblance to mammalian milk. Crop milk is a semi-solid substance, somewhat like a pale yellow cottage cheese.
Yes, this is all perfect. This will be right in the game.
Oh, God. Oh, I regret this. This was a mistake I walked face first into. Oh, it's carb-free.
Thank God. You guys watching your weight? Don't worry about that Centimilk. We got flamingo milk for you. If you have a shellfish fish allergy, I do recommend you avoid the flamingo milk, though.
Yeah, sir. Well, let me tell you, I regret
I've done nothing to you. Wikipedia has caused this curse.
Mm-hmm. It does say, however, that pigeons normally lay 2 eggs, and that, like, if one egg fails to hatch, the surviving squab, which is adorable, gets the advantage of a supply of crop milk sufficient for 2 squabs and grows at a significantly faster rate. Research suggests that a pair of breeding pigeons cannot produce enough crop milk to feed 3 squabs adequately, which explains why clutches are limited to 2. So, that's fun. Anyway, it's like cottage cheese, and we can think about that and be haunted by that for the rest of our fucking days. Yeah, it's more like... It's more...
Bee milk.
Oh, God.
But not like BEE milk. Just bee milk.
Oh, Christ. Someone hit up Patagon and be like, yo, you want to get in on this, like, hot new fad sweeping the nation? Milk Chewies. I hate that, but I also really love that, but I also hate that. Penguin Milk Chewies. I kind of want to throw up a little bit. Just like a little bit.
Under that uniform, Patagon is bristling with nipples as well.
Oh, God. No, but they, like, it comes out of the esophagus. It's a spit-out situation.
His esophagus is full of nipples.
Well, I fucking hate that. Yeah, we're gonna have, like... There's a lot of new, food products.
I can't wait to have our next, like, game where we just go to a restaurant. Hey, now for giving you around. You ready for that reservations?
Oh, no. No.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have milk chewies, and we're gonna have 3 different kinds of milk chewies. We'll have the penguin milk chewies, and the flamingo milk chewies, and the centipede milk chewies.
So that link didn't, like, if you want to use that link, you're gonna have to copy the entire thing, like, copy it and paste it. But it was a link on how to use clips in Twitch, because I don't fucking know how to do it.
Oh my god, that game is just gonna be, like, one of those... It's kind of like a Korean barbecue situation, where, like, they just bring you out a bunch of ingredients, and you tell me the food that you make out of it. Or are you all taking a cooking class? It's one of these two.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah, I don't know if you did come back at the... I feel like if you come back slightly earlier, Warlord, it actually would have been worse. So...
It's just like... I think that if you gather up enough of the pigeon milk and enough of the flamingo milk and enough of the centipede milk and Patagon milk, you could do it where you get it all together. You gather all the curds, like get the liquid out of it, and then leave it in a bag in like a French-esque farm.
Oh God, no!
Then you get it to get like you. Let certain flies land on it, right? You guys following me?
No, you don't want to be.
And then the flies lay their eggs in there. And then you put that in a paper bag for a couple months. Yeah. And then you know that it's ready if you stop hearing the bugs jumping in the bag.
Thanks, I hate it.
That, other than it being centipede, flamingo, and penguin, that's a real thing.
Yeah. I don't know how well this is gonna turn out, but we're doing our best.
I don't know if it's like people have said that it's illegal, but people say a lot of things are illegal that aren't. But yeah, gross.
Traumatic. Are you trying to save? Is that what you're doing right now, or are you freezing? Neither, as it turns out. Okay.
But so the cards that we have out there, we have Monster, which is the debut of Midnight playing Web Ball for Gibbet, so we will get that one. It's like, and that one's just one card instead of like having multiple ones. Like that is a game, and it will probably also be 8 players, including Midnight. So like 7 other people. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna do it. Whether or not 3 of you will be playing NPCs from Gibbet, and the other 4 will be playing like a new team. And I don't know which team will go up against Gibbet until, like, I know who gets the card, and then we can figure that out. And then we have Devil's Dance Floor. That is the wrestling game. We'll be playing the World Wrestling ttrpg for it, which I've been wanting to play forever. 2nd edition, because I own 1st and 2nd edition.
Did you lower the rarity on those game cards?
They are just set at normal.
Just set okay.
They're just straight. So that game is going to be wild. It is going to be like an official at the Sabbatha Arena, like, wrestling event. Like, announcers, heels, faces, the whole 9. Like, I'm playing those rules.
I think that's going to be so fucking fun.
I agree. It's probably going to be amazing. Then we've got the Transmute, which allows you to unlearn one of your known skills, and you can learn another from a class that you have access to. So if you are dual classing, you only get to choose between those 2 classes, because we can't stretch you into like 3 classes, mostly because it gets like a little hard to handle. For right now at least.
Mm-hmm. And I think to a degree, some level of limitations are good.
Yeah, some level of limitation. Yeah. And then the 4th card is the Bureaumancer card.
Before you get into that,
okay.
The card that lets you swap your ability, it also allows you to ignore the like chain of abilities. So like normally, you know, when you're picking abilities, you have to go in order for that section. You can skip with that card as long as you have like if the ability you want requires something that came before it, like actually requires, you need to have both of those things. But otherwise you're good.
So then we have the Bureaumancy class. The Bureaumancer is a master of the written word, using their vast knowledge of magic and magical prowess to manipulate reality, craft powerful curses, and create enchanted objects. They can specialize in 4 branches: scribe, archivist, paper shaper, or orator.
We swapped it from, I think it was like word crafter.
It was word crafter.
It's
orator now. It just sounds better.
Thank you for grabbing card packs. You were saying, sorry.
But yeah, it's just like, so real quick, like the scribe branch, like they have, like, I think every one of them, except for paper crafter, has a 0 AP, like just a passive comes with them. For the scribe branch, it's quill slash. It like, the quill is never suspected of being a weapon and can be held freely and unassumingly. But when you make a basic attack with your quill, you deal 2 AP damage. And describe unique flourish as you strike with your quill, leaving a trail of ink through the air. Like, you have a pen that is a dagger, but it hits for AP. And like, trapped in writing, you write a curse on a sheet of paper, and if somebody like steps out, like a landmine, like create mines, and then you tangle people up in paper. In Word Lash, you channel your power through written words, causing them to lash out at nearby enemies. Words can become physical objects as they lash out and cut down the target's AP. A binding agreement. Create a magical binding contract between you and a willing or deceived target. Describe the terms. The strength of the agreement is based on your role. There's red tape binding and the bureaucratic barrier. Then we have Archivist. And the Archivist branch has Eager Eye. You can read and comprehend any language.
Thank you for gifting 10 card packs. Make sure y'all click that. Click it. Click is what I want.
Just get them.
Get.
Yeah, just fucking get them.
Get those cards.
Like,
let me get you some cards. You get those.
And then you can, like, with the Archivist, with Eager Eye, you can read and comprehend any written language, that specifically written. And you can then determine the age and origin of the written work. The second part of it requires a roll. Decipher, you can decode a cryptic message. Ciphers are hidden messages within books. Then it's like
thank you for grabbing
Bookworm.
card packs. Also, there is a coupon code today. So hopefully y'all use it. It's just recap. I think.
And then there's...
Yeah.
There's Bookworm, which basically allows you to read a book very quickly. Like, you skim through a book and you read it. These do cost AP. And like Tome of Forbidden Knowledge, Library of the Mind, you know, like simple stuff.
Just, you know, your run-of-the-mill stuff.
Oh, Paper Shaper, you might enjoy this one. It does have a Paper Shaper does have a passive.
Shy, thank you for grabbing card packs.
Thank you very much. With a few deft folds, you can transform a sheet of paper into simple objects or tools, such as a lockpick, a small box, or a makeshift knife. These objects are delicate and may break under stress, but they can be useful in a pinch.
Thank you, Sal.
Origami Arsenal, you fold paper into weapons and armor, imbuing them with magical properties. Oh. How would you guys like to hear about the Origami Familiar?
Nah, I don't think they want to hear about that.
They don't want to hear about. Okay, that's fine.
That seems lame. I would skip that one.
There's Paper Swarm, Origami Guardian, Enchanted Papercraft. That's fine. That's fine. We'll talk about it later, guys. Don't worry about it. And then there's the Orator branch, which its passive is called Cunning Linguist because I couldn't not.
Yeah,
you know,
you literally
you couldn't not. This one, you have the innate understanding of spoken languages. And you can, like, decipher, like, thieves' cants or, like, secret messages in, like, conversations between each other. Just like, but that requires a roll. But you can understand what they're saying, but the underline of it is, requires a roll. There's Verbal Volley, where you engage the target in a battle of wits using clever wordplay and trickery to gain the upper hand. Witty Retort allows you, like, on an opponent's roll of 10 or less, allows you to counterattack with an ability or clever remark. You can counterattack whether they are attacking you or they're just trying to say something. Anytime an enemy, like, rolls... Anytime an NPC... No, I guess anytime you think an opponent rolls a 10 or lower, you get to be like, hey, I'm countering that with a witty retort. And, like, you can off-balance them. Like, even if they're not attacking you, you get to attack them.
Also, thank you again.
Eloquent Rebuke. It's, similar, but, like, you can make somebody, like, hesitate or doubt themselves completely. And, of course, Whisper of Truth. What does that one do? I'm not telling.
Oh, good sign.
But these are the abilities. They are, I do think I have some more gotchas I gotta get out to people. I think, I haven't got the last batch.
Yeah, so this is like the first foray into making an actual custom class, and we have more in mind. So this is why, like, we're starting it with just a couple. We're gonna test it out. Like, it's basically dipping a toe in. We're gonna say, like, it is subject to change if it ends up OP or, like, not P enough. We'll, like, tinker with it and so on, but we have ideas. We have a lot of ideas, actually. That's the problem, is we got too many fucking ideas. Not enough hours in the day or, like, spirit in the body to get them all out, but we were really excited about this one, and it just kind of just came together really well, like, really easily.
Yeah, it's just like it,
Feral, or the Pyromancer card.
But, like, yeah, that's why I really tried to, like, give it, multiple things. There's the branch that can be used as just straight up physical fighting. Like, the Scribe branch can be used like that. The Archivist branch is definitely about, like, information gathering. That is what they do. they can read really fast and just like, and they can store that information and use it later. Like the paper shaper is obviously like a nod to the origami people and the scholars of the page. And then the orator is probably mostly like inspired from, is like, that is the kind of thing Juris is, like, based on the way that Professor Winter played them. Like, I think that they are the orator version of them. Yeah, I read a Read or Die. I saw it. Yeah, paper manipulation is very cool. And also that one character from Hunter x Hunter does it too. Kaluuya's little brother. But you can paper swarm. You summon a swarm of paper creatures to attack your enemies. Describe the creatures and their abilities. Origami Guardian. What do you think that does? Makes a giant ass guardian out of fucking paper.
Alright, sounds good. By the way, for the transmute cards, you don't need to play it while you're live. You can just play it whenever. Just tag us or DM us. Just let us know in some capacity that you used it. Like, we obviously have like the record of it, but if we're not streaming, we may not notice that you did it.
I just real quick for everybody. The paper shaper class uses paper. K is not made of paper.
Sorry for that, like, vehicle ramping up for whatever reason. Just, like, tearing ass down the street. Oh. I'm looking for. Okay, he's made a friendship. And stress. A little bit. Like, just like a little bit.
Isn't Kay the character like that tends to like have the most against members of the crew? They're not here to defend themselves, so
They care about everyone. Just like, speaking of stress. Alright, let's pull all of these back up until I find this is one I'm after. Alright. Boop.
the hand just floating there behind the other hand is funny to me. Yeah.
Me. Ghost hand.
Oh, we murdering. Or we're not. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that is, you know, parts of the Bureaumancer class. I do have some ideas for legendaries for it, but we are not writing those ones just yet until we see how powerful this class is going to be.
Yeah. This is the testing the water for that.
But like we want to do like a lot of cool stuff. We have other class ideas, and like once the Sunday game happens, that's right, the Sunday game happens, I will know what I need to work on and what directions I need to work on.
Yep. Sunday game is gonna be kind of a big deal. Like, we're kind of underrepresenting how much of a big deal it is, just as a heads up. Like, not intentionally, it just kind of, like... We're like, hey, you don't forget to be there. But, like, no, but seriously, you should be there.
Yeah, it'd be kind of handy to have people there.
It'd be good.
It might be good. Gotta make some, like, real decisions.
Alright, I think it's time to pull all the pieces back up and then work on this one. I also don't need the hat layer, wherever the fuck that is. You? Okay.
Seth, you're gonna want to hold on to that.
It scared me. Thank you for gifting a sub to Bamman.
Only because, like...
What are we holding on to?
He wants to do, like, a Save the National Treasures game, basically. And he wants to play the jam card for that. I am telling you to hold on to that because, at least until after Sunday's game, where we're going to decide what the crew's part in this world is.
Thank you for gifting... has gifted 2... Yeah. Thank you for gifting 2 1-month subs. Homie, make sure you click that if you are not already a subscriber on Streamloots. I can't, like, words good.
It's like,
anyway, you were saying.
I was saying, like, we are going to, like, ask real questions about what it is you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we land on, like, the questions are going to be asked. It's just like, are you the people that go and steal these artifacts back? Are you the cops of the world that keep people from going to war? Like, do you see what you consider as injustice and then act against it? Because if you are, then stealing those things, perfectly fine. Absolutely fine with me. I'm cool. But if you want to pretend that you are law-abiding, like, respectful to other cultures' people, then yeah, I understand. It's like, oh, we're respectful to the people that they stole it from. And it's just like, are you? Like, you got, why aren't you respecting the other one? So, like, yeah, it's a moral dilemma. Like, I need to know where you stand on this stuff. As, not just as, like, a person. Like, not just as a single character. As the whole group. And if, like I was saying in the chat the other day, if it turns out that 50 of you want to be murder hobos, I'm down, let's ride.
It's like, I hope you don't, because, like,
I hope you don't.
Like, we don't find that pleasurable, personally, but, I mean, like, it's y'all's game. Like, you guys are the players, so, like, what the majority of you want, that, like, we're gonna try to accommodate that.
Yeah, I'll let you guys, like, set it and to burn it down if you want to, for sure. Go for it. Like, burn it all down. It's just like, let's fucking, like, follow B into the flames of the wreckage of this world. Let's rock. Like, fucking some kind of bloody Valkyrie leading the charge. Absolutely. Okay. Murder hoboing is generally meh, but I would go out of my way to make that fun. But I don't want to play that game. I'm saying, like, not specifically. I do not want to play a stock standard murder hobo game, for sure. And I generally don't want to play just, like, you guys going from city to city, like, no, you know what? Fuck it. I've actually changed my mind on that one. I'd be perfectly fine if the crew turns into a roving gang of pirates slowly taking over the world. Absolutely.
Hi. Oh, big stratagems. Hi. Plaid Weasel. Discord's probably going to be your best bet for friend enlistment stuff. Basically, sign up for the Wander Crew role. And then any questions you have, you can ask in the workshop channel. But basically, just team me whatever you want. Can you be a bloody Valkyrie? Man, a bloody Valkyrie is pretty fucking cool, though. Big gasp. A baby. It's Rupert. I remembered to plug the camera back in so you guys could see Rupert.
It's just a pirate hat with horns.
Or with, like, wings.
Or, like, wings. Like, I would.
Oh,
like, if
I don't
the crew...
know if I can enhance that. Alright. It would definitely changed.
Oh
Right,
god, if you hit enhance, where does it go?
Yeah, it just does that. Here, I'll do this. Can it, like, boop?
Oh, it's me! No.
I tried. No. Puff, 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 puff. I think I love it. Pat my face. Rub my weird face. You can basically interact with him however you want. And he sees it as affection, so you can do whatever. Yeah, he's like the opposite of upset. He's like the most chill cat. Like, he has no chill, but like, whatever you want to do to him, if he can interpret it as affection. Oh, that was a big yawn. If I just hit this, will you, like... Nice, okay. So many snoot boops. Magnificent. Him, how are you? Greetings. It says it's your first time actually, like, saying anything, but I saw that you had, like, followed the other day and joined the Discord. Welcome. He is a goblin baby. He's perfect. Everything I could have asked for. No.
Yeah, we got so many cool ideas, like, just so many, like, super awesome ideas, and, like, the,
oh my god, we're just, like, bursting with ideas.
We got a couple, and I said, like, I've already told you guys, like, it's like, and this is not me, like, saying, hey, give us money. Like, you guys give us a ton of money, and we appreciate that. Love it.
Yeah, no, it's outrageous.
Thank you for helping this game keep
this.
going. It's just like...
It's like, we do not deserve it, but thank you so much
like,
for
the reason
somehow
they
thinking
need,
we do.
Yeah, right, 100%. Like, you can go ahead and play the Artificer card, and then, make a roll in the workshop channel, and
That
nobody else
actually...
say anything in the workshop channel. No? What?
Oh, no, that reminds me. Like, yes, do that.
Yeah.
But also, that reminds me, if you, in the past, had, played one of the World Builder cards, message me what side you got, just as a reminder. I know most of them, but I feel like a few slipped through the cracks, so, like, reiterate it to me, please, what side you got. Also, if you are sitting on one of those cards, yes, please play it and roll for it, please.
Yeah, play it, because we are trying...
We're literally doing map building right now.
We're building the map right now, and oh my... I just need you guys to know this. I need you to know. Just... Yesterday, I finally had the energy to just read through you guys' RP. Like, because you guys RP a lot. You guys RP a lot, and I'm like, I just don't know when I'll have the time to do this. So I, like... sat down, me and Nika sat down and read through it and made notes of all the dumb shit.
Did the whole ass fucking thing.
Like,
that we
did
could
the whole
do
ass
with it.
And we're just like, oh, you guys told us where you want the story to go without knowing that you told us where you want the story to go. And it's so funny.
Not forgiven. I have you down as a storyteller card on side 3 and a civilization card on side 10. Yeah, no, we peeping. We peeping on you guys.
Also, turns out Crom kicked the shit out of Leo. I know that. It happened.
But yeah, make sure that I know it. Again, if you have one of those cards, please play it and do your rule for it. You got a 20 for that sub builder. Okay. Whichever ones you, like, roll out, just DM it to me, like, it was this card and this roll. This card, this roll. There's a chance if it's on a side that, like, already exists. depending on what it is, we might have you reroll.
Did you play 2 villainous? Was the one that you crafted? No. Is it? No. Is it? Oh, that's a civilization builder, but
that was the civ builder that just popped up.
Okay, I just got myself confused.
Oh no, they just say villainous for whatever reason.
Yeah, why are they all saying villainous?
Might have just copy pasted.
Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault, everybody. Sorry. Okay, my bad. That's on me. Still ended up with a handful of them, though.
Let's see.
Roaded.
So,
That's what I meant right there.
I'm just going to edit this post that we have. So... Seth rolled an 18 on an...
I know where 5... Oh, God. I know where 5 is. Last night, we had such a fucking run on good ideas.
Oh, my God.
Like... We went from knowing exactly what 4 sides were, knowing mostly what 2 other sides were, and kind of what a third one is, to knowing exactly what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sides, 13 sides.
I appreciate you, Seth. But seriously, I heckin' appreciate. Yeah, need more time in the day, for sure. Yes, agree.
But, oh yeah, more to what I was saying there, it's the reason that Nika opened up the glow-ups.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That we're working towards, Midnight's gonna have one, Clem's gonna have one. And, the additional, the half-body $500 ones.
The spicy dollar ones.
The spicy ones. It's just I'm not pressuring anybody, but I just want everybody to know that money is going directly back into the game.
Yeah, it's for something. We have a really neat idea of something that we want, and that's why I open them up, because I want to be able to afford to do it. That's what it's going for. I don't know if that necessarily matters. I don't know if knowing that matters, but that is information for you.
Yeah, I don't
Feel
I'm not
free,
saying
not forgiven if that's what you if you're down.
You guys are helping us pay rent, and really, really it's amazing. But
holy shit, guys.
Holy shit,
fuck?
Absolutely. And that's why when we have any extra money, we want to spend it on this game. We want to spend it on we have a cartographer on retainer, people.
Yeah, that's so fucking...
That's a statement that I just said out loud, and it's true.
That idea is nuts to me. So, it's not a regular commission. 50-50. So it is the same, it's the full body, or the half body fresh art that came in the mega package for the main character energy mega package. So it is that aspect. It is the art part of that thing. So it is a full half body from whatever the hips or whatever I have it at. At this point, my goal by the end of the season is that everyone has a half body art. Just because consistency-wise, that works best for me. Because there are quite a few characters. Honestly, Clem and Midnight are among some, and also Rennick, who also bought a globe, are among a lot of the characters that their character art ends at the nip-nops. That's it. It's done. And I want to be able to use that art more, and I'm actually finding myself limited by the fact that it doesn't go all the way down to the hips. So, my goal is for everyone to have hip art, but the half-body, commission art has more detail in it. The reason I use, so it's in the announcements. I'm just gonna switch to it. That way I can just, it's probably yay far in. Let's find out. Maybe a little bit further. It's in here somewhere. There. So the reason I put Soki on here is this a really good example of a lot of extra detail. So a lot of the pouches, the specialty really bullshit the extra details, so like more customization in what your character is wearing. Also the lantern and all of that stuff. So like that is the degree for what these ones are. So if it's the like smaller version of the cheaper version, but that's not strictly true because I will eventually get to them regardless, but significantly less detail in it. Honestly, I feel like let me just switch. I should have switched to the other one, to the other like scene transition that isn't so spicy. You can tell like in this one that it is like more pared down. It's more like uniform standard. So basically that is your like advanced uniform, your make it fancy uniform. Also, I just noticed.
Bro, which one did you roll a 3 on?
And this is probably...
Was the civilization builder?
I think that is... Yep. Okay.
They were both civilization builders, so 3 and 20. Well, I know what 20 is. And it's on the complete opposite side. Nika, do you know what side 3 is? I can tell.
Isn't 3? You unfortunately I don't have the die on my desk. It's actually.
Yeah, I have it. I'm looking right at it. Like.
I thought
it is.
It's
west then north.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Where did I put my... I have the version of it. I just need to, like, pull it out. Okay.
Actually, also, where is the 18?
18's,
okay, 18's not too
yeah,
far away.
It's not really that far. At this point, like, once we do one level of branching out, it gets...
south.
So, ooh, I do like a fancy suit, though. So for Clem... This is actually a good time to talk about it, since we're sitting here shooting the shit anyway. It's a good time. I'm kind of leaning towards more badgery, but the thing is, at this point, everyone who has drawn Clem has drawn him in that, like, kind of where he looks like a teddy bear, which is very cute. But I would lean more like a badger. Like, more actual, like, honey badger, is what I personally was thinking. But I don't know if that's, like, the kind of vibe that you want, or if you want to keep the, like... It's just a teddy bear one. I don't know how else to describe it. Alright, Barry, you coming back?
I'm not a fan of holding down control to talk. I'm not a fan of holding down a button to talk.
I don't know why this one is so yellow looking now. Get the cap in there. There you go. Hi. Okay. I'll cover a cat back up. Hi. I don't know how long he's gonna sit up for, but you're very cute. Oh my god. Oh, some flirps. Some delicate flirps. Thank you. He's a good boy.
We've got just so many just really silly, not even silly ideas, but ideas that we think are like production value combined with just, you know, some real like next level stuff.
I was definitely gonna go more like I was gonna keep him being a honey badger, but I meant like more like a badger, like more towards the badger part versus like the kind of teddy bearness that he has now. So as long as it's good, I feel like we're on the same page of where to go.
Clembo is the honey-based payment method that you can do through your communicator. At some point, we're gonna find Clem dead on the city streets of Dyad, killed by another and like software creator.
Like more accidental capitalism. You just okay. Is this what we're doing? All right, Rupert. Okay.
The real world's dark, Seth. I'm sorry.
Wow. 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 Still
The
going.
real world's dark and full of nipples.
Well, I hate that. There you go. Is this content? You done? Okay, he's done.
That's the second like cryptocurrency we've created.
Alright. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. BRB.
I don't think Nika likes drawing faces and cute characters. I don't think she has like ambition to draw like creatures and stuff, which is generally why she doesn't. Oh. Okay, well, I guess she's saying different things now. And like we don't tend to use not NPCs. We use NPCs a bunch, but like monsters and stuff, we don't see them again too often. I mean, monsters, strong word. Oh, okay. Talking to Stylus about that. Okay. I don't think the centipedes in the dry dock are considered monsters. I can think they're considered animals. Not just nipples, like straight up udders. Milkable nipples. Yeah, you gotta have to know that they work. They're milkable. They are bloated with milk. They are used as you know, dairy. So let it be known, milkable nipples. Oh, way more. They have way more nipples than they do legs. I think between every four... I think it... So if they have 100... So every 4 legs, I think there is a set of udders that either has 6 to 8 teats. So do that math. And then we can figure out how... So we just divide 100 by 4.
What math are we doing?
So he asked if they have as many nipples as they do legs, and I think they have more. I think
like,
between
I feel like
every
minimum they have the same amount, like minimum amount.
Minimum would be the same amount, but I think between every for every 4 legs is an udder that has, I think 6 or 8, one of those two numbers, not 6 to 8. It's not like a range. Between every 4,
like, Rupert has
could be a range. I don't know.
Nipples, like
he does.
Right, Rupert? You got 9 nipples?
How large are these as adults? I would say about the size of a city school bus. Don't worry, most of the time they live underground. They live under the sand. They come out, they get milked, they go back under the sand.
They come out for milking? Like...
Yeah, they like it.
Oh god, I bet. Are we positive that's milk? No, of course we're not positive
no.
that's milk.
Not at all.
Just no!
I don't know why we started squeezing centipedes.
No, I feel like if they... Well, I mean, okay, so the thing is...
Oh, they're definitely mammals.
Well, the thing is, they don't necessarily
They're
have to
chitinous
be,
mammals.
because you already know that pigeons have their pigeon milk and they're laying eggs. So, like... But we are specifically saying
like
that
a
it
kidneys?
has teats, so...
Yeah, so if we want to meet these centipedes, that's to the east. Let me add that to one more thing, one more reason we need to go east. This has been my TED Talk on why we should go east. Milkable giant centipedes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Patagon is an emperor penguin, right? The forest is indeed west, but also, like, keep in mind that it's a 20-sider, so, like, the concept of, like, east and west gets a little, like, funky, but yeah. What kind of character are you thinking about, Weasel? What you got in mind? I hear, like, such a specific sound, but I don't know if it's the music or something happening outside or what, but it's like a weird, like, brushing sound.
Brushing sound?
Yeah.
I don't hear it in the music.
It's only occasionally.
Nope, not hearing it.
Hmm.
Oh, I still never learned how to spell Vala's name.
Oh. Like, he needs the Twitch name. I believe it is this.
Salad. Copy and paste constantly. Constantly. I would honestly say that I copy and paste more than I actually type things.
Hmm.
There. Now everybody that was in the game on Sunday has been sent their 100 coins. Oh, you guys have just heard stories. I can't tell you exactly what they look like until you see them.
So this is a question, Sept. So, I don't know if king penguins do it, but emperor penguins... So we had an entire discussion about pigeon milk at, I don't know, earlier in the stream, which is basically like a secretion, a cottage cheesy-esque substance that some birds, like pigeons, and flamingos apparently, and emperor penguins, like, create in their esophagus to feed their young. And it does appear to be that male and female doesn't matter, like, both will do it for this thing. Because you can get pigeon milk in Animal Crossing in your coffee if you want it, which I always go for it, even though it's fucking disgusting, but, like, it makes it mild and, like, perfect, apparently, according to my character. So, A, does Patagon create this milk? And also, B, how interested are you in a business venture of making some, like, milk chewies? I'm trying so hard not to throw up.
Is a king penguin just a penguin wearing a jaguar mask that, like, does a bunch of, like, wrestling moves?
Probably not.
No. King is the only good character in Tekken. Fucking fight me.
I wasn't planning on fighting you about it.
I don't think... I would never consider King as to be a member of the furry community.
No, thought it was just a mask. Is it not just a mask?
It's just a mask. He never takes it off. Like, he never takes it off in game, but, like, it is just a mask.
Oh, back to what I was doing.
It is very clear that King is wealthy. He runs an orphanage, and that orphanage is incredibly well taken care of. Like, also, have you seen his outfits? That cape costs more than a fursuit. I guarantee it. And I know fursuits are expensive. I bet he had to kill like 6 fucking bulls to get that cape. And he's still the only good character in Tekken. But I want Tekken to be better. I want to like Tekken. But I just can't. I do like Street Fighter 6's demo, though. I'm mad about it, but I like it. Also, if you guys have any more questions about the game, please just fucking ask.
Please ask.
I did the recap and I ran out of things to talk about.
Yeah, I think we covered everything that we had intended to cover.
I'm so fried from yesterday, but it was so good. You guys have no idea how good it was, but it was very good.
It was a very good.
Have you? There's a path coming up, Toast, that I feel like you could take advantage of, that you could make some money on it. Also, Toast, you have to know, me and Nika were talking about this the other day, and we're like, it's so good that we gave you the fact that you just have all the money you want. Because you don't abuse it, and you use it in, funny fucking, world-building ways, and we love it.
Yeah. It's not, I don't know how to put it. It's not, you don't abuse it. You always use it for, the betterment of the story, and I appreciate that so fucking much. That was basically it.
That's it.
Said.
Krieg's and Market Square is just supposed to be that only existed because during the fucking first Dragon Lawyer game, we went on recess, and I just invented Craig's at Market Square. And it became such a funny joke. And I was like, I don't want to keep this NPC around, but Craig sure does sound a lot like Krieg's, doesn't it?
Okay, we'll start with that.
I'm hearing something outside. I don't know what's going on. I think it's... Oh, it's starting to rain. I think.
It might be. I appreciate commitment to the bit, always. I am so excited for that, Toast. So excited.
That's fucking hilarious. That is very fun.
I cannot wait.
There are 3 of us in this conversation that have any idea what we're talking about, but it's very funny.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Let me tell you, reading you guys' RP has been, enlightening.
I hope not actual worry. Everything that we want to do, we want to do for, the fun. We want it to be a good time, not a bad time. We don't want to, we're not plotting against you guys. That's not the kind of game that we want to run.
No, I have no, I've said it before, it is not me versus you guys. It's just, the game is not about you outsmarting me or me outsmarting you, or, because we all know the power dynamic is I can kill you characters whenever I want.
But, what fun is that?
But what fun is that?
None. It's way more fun to have, adventures and do neat things.
These are not 100% cards on the table. I don't consider these plans me wrecking you or scheming against you. I am not. I am scheming for you. It's like, I want to scheme with you guys. I don't want, like... I have no interest in, like, you guys playing against me. Because, like, that's no fun. But I say that, and I've always been that way. Since I was DMing when I was 12. Like, I wanted my players to be telling a really good story. I made dungeons because that's what the books told me I was supposed to do. But the second I learned, it's like, no, this game's more fun if I don't. I stopped doing them. And just, like, I tried to kill my characters because that's what I thought I was supposed to do. And I was like, that's no fun. Like, this goblin just rolled one number higher than you and you're dead? You're dead for it? Like, why? How?
Yeah,
but that's...
Really just... It don't add up.
It don't add up. So I think it's more fun to, instead of killing you, trap you guys in a book. That's funny. Like, instead of killing you, remove a limb or, like, give yourself, like, a real situation. Like, put yourselves in the situations. Make it fun. Like, just playing your character is the #1 way to make me really get invested in your character. And I had said it for, I guess, years at this point. I've been playing tabletop with Toast for years now, which is wild, to say out loud. But I have always considered Toast an amazing facilitator player. Like, 100, like, one of the best in our roster of just, like, always knows exactly how to make other people play their best. But this season, everybody, we're seeing Krieg do some shit. And I'm like, I'm really enjoying the fact that Toast, as a player, is taking Krieg more main character. It's just like, what if the story is about me? And I'm like, yes, what if the story is about you?
I have an idea, like, I've never, like, colored an orb necessarily, but yeah, like... I have a plan, at the very least.
I don't know how orbs work.
Yeah, I don't know how orbs work either, so we'll, like... We'll get there. Like, I know a lot of you were, like, new to tabletop, and I kind of love that, because I if anything, I think I prefer for you to not have a ton of experience with it, because then you don't get stuck in the, like, in the have to, or the, like, how it's done specifically, like, those kind of rules, because I don't believe in those.
Yeah, I feel like if you come into it with the idea that it's you versus me, or, like, all of you versus me, then, like, it's a real problem. Like, you're afraid to say things in front of me, like, oh no, he'll use that against me. It's like, no, I will use that for you. Like, I want to make the cool scenes that you want to see. Like, yeah, I want to make those happen.
We want you guys to have a good time. Like, that's it. That's the trick. I feel like I'm almost too much. Maybe like... Okay. Feels kind of okay. A little, like, translucent in it, which is neat. Tighten that up a little bit. This is me just figuring out what the fuck to do in real time, so please ignore me. I don't really believe in bad decisions. It's mostly just like, are they true to your character? I feel like the easiest way to make quote unquote actual bad decisions is to not play your character. To make a character then completely ignore what you made just to, like, react in a scene. Don't be nervous to pitch ideas. We want you to pitch ideas. We can't necessarily always implement them, but, like, if we can figure out a way to implement them, we will.
The Bureaumancer class is a card-specific right now. There are 3 of them. Those 3 once will have the ability to become the Bureaumancers, and then we will play around with it. And if it becomes like a thing that we release to everybody, I don't know. It might just be like very limited.
It is a test drive right now. Like we have quite a few ideas for classes. Like more than quite a few. We have a bunch of ideas for classes, and so right now this is like just dipping a toe in, just dip like little toe tip in. On like a limited scale and see if it works, if we can create stuff that vibes well with the rest of Quest. It's an experiment. I will save just in case. So like it exists. We went over not all of the abilities, we went over some of the abilities earlier. Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna put the next thing for, like, the next quest thing out, so, like, we gave them a year, and, like, almost a year and a half. Like, at this point, we're gonna make some of our own classes. And see how that goes. But, it exists, the card is out there. We literally have, like, in Canva, we're just trying to make a page that kind of matches the quest book that lays out all of the abilities and everything. But we do have it, like, ready to go. Yeah, that was like forever ago. That they said they were gonna, like, last year, they were like, well, keep an eye on this space. And then they're like, it'll be done when it's done. Which, like, I can respect. But, yeah, it is, like, sci-fi classes. Which now we, like, have less of a use for, because of the way that the world went. Not impossible, but...
Yeah, the straight up sci-fi is... Because I thought we were going to go more sci-fi, but then we kind of went more... landed on more fantasy.
Which is fine personally by me, because I prefer fantasy anyway.
But that said, we're going a lot of just weird.
I like the weird.
And I
also like the unexpected. Like, Query saying, like, it's so funny to think about how, like, the most midnight decision I've made so far is actually driven by a card, making me think about how to solve a particular issue. Like, I love when you guys fall into those situations. Like, figuring out who your character is in that moment. And, like, what you can do. I love that shit. Okay, I do like that, but I'm not ready to do it yet. Well, alright. Thank you for grabbing 10 card packs. Hopefully you used coupon code, which there is. Yeah, I don't want it to actually be a lime. It'll get more Orby, it just needs a little, like... It needs a little shaping. will take this and make go lighter. I feel like normally for art streams you guys don't actually have to watch me problem solve, which is like the benefit of normally doing more or less the same things for streams. So now it's like, fuck, you guys gotta watch the like boring part of art, which is figuring out how the fuck to draw anything. Honestly,
you played a map maker and an artificer. I can finally actually see what cards are being played, by the way.
Phoenix, I think you've been doing great. Like, I understand being like nervous in the moment, you can't like turn it off. Like, it is what it is, but know that at least from our side, like, we think you're doing great.
Dossier spelled terrible, but it is dossier.
Mm. Yeah, Seth, I want to make sure that we still have like these type of streams on the docket. Like the recap is and like the top supporter like together just helps because it gives me something to do, but we can also talk about the game and workshop stuff and that kind of shit, which I like a lot.
Workshopping is important.
Oh, I think you're playing Nickel great, so I wouldn't... No stress. I think I really like the direction that that's going. I feel like I have a shadow. I do. A little brighter, maybe a little like more yellowy.
It's alright about like I understand like a lot of people are nervous and like doubt themselves, but you guys are all doing great. Like I'm not lying to you at the end when I tell you guys you did great and that I'm happy about the games.
Yeah,
this season I have every single one of them has been a banger. Like
it's so weird when I mute and unmute from
yeah, we like watching your thing go like glitchy.
It flickers to I don't know why. Like it's it flickers to my my Discord profile picture for whatever reason. But I don't know why it does that. And it doesn't do it for anyone else. Just specifically for me. It's like why? Why are you like that? But yeah, we're not like blowing smoke up your guys' ass. We really do think you guys are doing great. Like there's always stuff that I want to see you guys like do, and I want to like push you guys to do more, but I also want you to like get there in your own time. Like we're not in a rush.
Yeah, I'm in no rush to like figure out who you guys' characters are. Like just
so you're gonna come
I don't know
naturally,
right?
Like you're gonna play it out, you'll figure it out. Okay, not that, but like kind of that.
Oop. Rolled the die on accident.
I really like that it has this sort of... And I I do not like the sound that my chair just made right there.
Yeah, that one is a loud one.
I was like, clink, which I don't. That's a concern. Is that too much? No, I actually kind of like it. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a good mentality to have. It's like, don't need to know everything because you're figuring it out. Like, playing the game is how you figure it out.
Yeah, like, and you don't want to stretch a character too thin.
Yeah, for sure. So, like just let yourself play through things. Because, like, some stuff is maybe, like, gonna connect with you, some stuff isn't. And you don't have to, like, take every thread that's dangled in front of you or, like, take every worm that's dangled in front of you. Like, you'll figure out through play, like, what feels good to you. But you gotta also hit us up to be like, hey, this very specific moment that I had, or this, like, specific thing that you brought up feels really appealing to me. Even if you didn't act in it, like, on it in the moment, like, hit us up to be like, no, but I kind of really like this. And we can make that happen for you. Yeah, you don't have to take every milky centipede dangling right in front of you. I know it's tempting. I know they're juicy.
It's tempting. You just, like... And, like, the amazing thing is the larvae kind of feel like gummy worms in your mouth.
Like,
I get it. I get it. You love the feel of a moving gummy worm. And that's fine. I get it.
I respect it.
I respect it. But, like, you know, there's only so many that you can put in there.
There's only so many to go around, too. So,
right.
I'm just saying.
And you want to share. Like, you want everybody else to have the gummy worm centipede experience in your mouth. And it's just like...
Like, I used to love gummy worms.
It's just like... It's like a boba tea situation. You drop a bunch of the larvae in the bottom of the cup, and then you drink it.
That sounds right, but also I hate it. Can which part of it be a real thing in game, but also alarming? Alright, I know that one of you is my highlight layer. It's not fucking you, it is you. Okay. It is or it isn't you. It's
Boba ruins itself for everybody.
Yeah, no, I can't with the boba. In my defense, so we were like, we were in Chinatown in New York City.
Chinatown.
That is where that was. And my very good friend Josh, but not Blueberries Josh, my like my like motherland friend Josh, big into boba, so he got boba, but I never had it before. I've only like heard of it, but I never really like. It was before it was like everywhere. And he let me take a sip, and I did not know that there were balls in it, and so I just got, like, just, you know, like, just a surprise, and then you chew them, but they're like jizz, they're like congealed jizz balls in a drink, and I could not, like, literally just, like, I can't do it. It's fucking gross.
It was incredibly funny at the time, though, in case you're wondering.
It's unpleasant, and I don't want to drink it. I got, like, a tea, like a latte from a place recently, and they, like, snuck some pearls or whatever in there as well. It was, like, jellies. It wasn't the actual balls. I think it was, like, the jellies. And it's an unpleasant surprise. I don't want to chew my drink. I don't like it. Yeah, see, I know how my description makes it sound, but I'm not wrong. But, like, maybe you like the jizz balls, and I'm not telling you can't like them. You're allowed to like them. You can like whatever the fuck you want. Not the boss of you.
I love the thing, and it's such a rare thing in anime and in media, but mostly I've seen it in, like, manga, I think, where instead of spitting something out, they just open their mouth and let it just, like, run out. When they don't like what something tastes like. That is my favorite version of, like, this is awful.
Yeah. Just
because it speaks to me. It speaks to me that like you don't want to keep your mouth closed long enough to spit it out. You need to get it out and
it has to go.
It's so funny. Like there's a scene where Gon does it early in Hunter x Hunter, and I laughed out loud. I was like, "Yep, I love that. I think it's funny when that happens." It's a hyper specific thing that I think is funny, by the way.
See, edible glitter is fine. I don't have a problem with that.
I hope now we still have some.
I don't... Okay, what does this fucking layer do?
It's just opening your mouth. And just like letting it like run out of your mouth is the absolute funniest thing. I think the worst thing I could ever see somebody do that with would be like cottage cheese. Oh. That might make me throw up.
Your milk chewies. Okay. I have the shadow part, so I feel like at this one it's just...
You're back.
Yeah, the highlight part. I appreciate you guys being down for the gross shit. Basically being like, yeah, no, this is fucking disgusting, let's run with it. Like, thanks. Okay, I want to also put a little bit of this in here. This is not the way to do that. I think, well, this isn't necessarily the way to do it either, but it's a start. I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't know how to draw. I get being fine with the jizz balls, I just can't. I wish that I could, but I can't. It's visceral. I will save. I feel like my chair is like gonna break, but I really, really, really don't want to buy a new chair. Like, I really super fucking don't. See, I already have an issue with mac and cheese already. Like, that's a no-go for me. The good thing, Starless, is that you don't have to. You just have to draw. I've definitely noticed a marked increase on, like, the art from this year to last year. So that's something. I don't like the darkness here. I started the stream, not started. So I started the stream, obviously Streamiversary is coming up. I started it in May of 2017, and I would say the first 6 months were digital. Then my tablet just didn't want to work one time, so I decided to swap and do physical. And that's why I have the 8 million fucking... Oh, I don't think I can get to it because it's blocked by this fucking thing.
I've heard there's like a certain group of people that fucking love Pepsi milk. I think that's wild.
So all of these are portraits that I did on stream over the course of years. So like I've done tons and tons of portraits. Like it is a lot. And these are all the ones that like didn't go like home to their person. So there's still even more of these. I liked this one. Like, because like the stream was purely just portrait giveaway streams for a really, really, really long time. Started at once a week, then it ramped up. So I've done literally thousands of portraits. Like, that is not an exaggeration. Between digital and physical, I would assume it's somewhere in the 3K range. That is my guess. Marker, watercolor, pencil. I'm sure there's other shit in here too. Like, a lot. So, and I don't even think this is like all of them. I think I have more stuck somewhere. But it's a lot. So like, I've been drawing a whole lot. But physical really did it for a long time. Like, I stuck with physical for quite a while. Well, these aren't necessarily good. Some of them are, but there's a bunch of them that are, like, sweet fucking garbage. Because they were, like, earliest of early days. I'm trying to find, like, an especially rough one, but... the digital ones, especially from that era, were pretty rough. Man, there's so many in here. Good God. I don't know what to do with them. I don't want to throw them out, but like... what the fuck am I gonna do? This will be year number 6. 6-year anniversary is what is coming up for a streamiversary next month. So I'm like, so we have plans for streamiversary, obviously. I have an idea of what we want to do with you guys, but we also, quite a bit is dependent on what happens this weekend. Without, like, spoilerying, but there's quite a bit to come, so we'll have a better idea of what Streamiversary's games are going to look like, and also how we want to do it. I don't want to burn us out, obviously, and I think Alan and I are both, like, a little spread thin, so I don't think I want to make it a month-long event, but I do want to do some special stuff, and obviously we have things in mind.
We have things in mind. But again, not like threats. This is not me threatening you. If I wanted to threaten you, I would. And I will.
Honestly, when it comes to the, like... alright, because this has to be a color dodge layer. Like, we're doing okay on the energy front. Like, for sure, need a little bit of, time to refresh. But stuff that, like, yesterday, like, we were talking about how yesterday was a good, like, thinking day. That's where we regain a lot of our energy, is when we actually, like, sit down and, play with ideas. I think I want to do with this one. Color dodge? No. I'm just gonna make a new layer, fuck it. Not that. I want to add, like, glowies, but... maybe on top of the line art. Not that. Akana, do me a solid and let me know what days are good for you. And we'll just accommodate that. Because I get it. May is... once it starts getting, like, warm out, everyone's got, like, actual stuff to do.
Me, it's mostly hide. I just want to hide.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in, like... like, exactly, like, well, outside. Fucking ew. Gross. No thanks. Okay, I'm gonna do that up here.
TikTok really tried to get me to watch a bunch of fucking frisbee golf videos at some point, and I was like, fuck you. Absolutely. Like, I was watching one because I was like, okay, at what point does something funny happen? Nothing funny happens. Some shit that I guess they think was funny happened, but then it had me, like, a couple other ones. I'm like, no. I am not interested in frisbee golf.
Color dot on this one. I think that works.
But just for fun, are there any, like, plot hooks that are working for you? You guys can just, like, real quick, like, you can be like flamingos or mob or
yeah,
the stuff, roses, like any of that stuff. Like, what is working for you in
yeah, like, what do you want to see?
What are you enjoying? What do you want to see? Yeah. What is this orb doing, by the way?
Glowing.
I don't know what's going on here.
Me either.
The nightmare stuff has really taken a fucking life of its own.
I'm looking forward to more of that stuff, though. Or it's definitely easier, especially because I'm, like, rocking a headache. So I took the easy way out. Please forgive me. I love Delve so much. It's my favorite. Like I said before, like, we sat on that idea for a really, really long time. I fucking love Delve.
Okay, stylist. But if you had to choose one...
Yeah, well, I know. They said the, like, the roses stuff and the source of magic stuff. That was the stuff that, like, was key.
I see, like, in their thing it says otters, roses, forest. Also, the nightmare stuff could be very fun for me.
That's fair.
So, like, I was just like, hey, like remember earlier when I said don't spread yourself too thin?
A little bit of focus might be alright. Doesn't just because you have a focus doesn't mean that you don't get to be involved in other things.
Exactly.
It is very specifically like, if we're gonna lean somewhere for your story, we want to be able to have a thing that is your thing. Because, like, it's not gonna be like forever either. Like, I completely understand that, and I also understand, like, just wanting to be, like, there for all the neat stuff. But, like, a little bit of, like, a focus will help us just craft a better time for you.
Exactly that. It's just, like, it's not me wanting to, like, yelling at you to, like, hey, Just like that, you don't belong over there. It's just like, hey, what game do I put you in? Because like, if you check that you want to be in all of the games, then
I can't make you like.
I can't make you feel important. Exactly that.
Oh, this weekend is gonna be like specifically the officer all hands is gonna be. I'm hoping the enlightened experience that I think it could be. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, we're gonna get back into the spy stuff. Don't you worry, Akana. Don't you worry.
Mm-hmm. Let me let's rasterize this bitch so I can maybe change the color.
Just see B minus like with a stack of paperwork. It's just taking her forever to do any of her like offer stuff because she's tiny now.
Yeah, I think I like the glowy edge.
Paperwork is just very difficult for like a 12th the size B. Because, like, you're not a 10th of the size, you're a 12th of the size. But also, everybody, be positive, is still quarantined.
Listen to what you sent me. That's fine. Like, we were looking at that yesterday. It feels good that, like, you're into the different stuff that we're making. So that feels cool. Maybe not that, but, like, a little greener? Maybe a little blue-greener.
I think the, like, Voice's pet engine gremlin,
No, it got resolved. I don't remember how it got resolved, but
I'm pretty, like...
resolved. Like, it wasn't a bad guy anymore. He just really hasn't, like, leaned on it at all.
Exactly, I was like, and if it doesn't come up with the players, by the players, it just... Some things just fall by the wayside, and we all have to just understand that stuff happens.
If we, like, set it out there, but nobody's interested, like, we'll move on from it. I mean, there might be some circumstances in which there's, like, something might occur after not dealing with something, but who can say?
Who can say?
I could never say. It's not on me to say. I mean, I guess it is, but...
Good night, Professor Winter. Yeah, like, the recap is the beginning of it. We also, I don't know if you were here. Well, yeah, I think you were here when we went over the Bureaumancer. That'll be in the clip, in the recap thing. The Bureaumancer is a very cool class, I think. The loading thing?
Yeah.
It's because they jinxed it earlier by saying that your file was too big.
It was fine.
See, this is why you don't talk about people.
Water, thank you. I will hydrate. I have like a sip left in my bottle.
I can fill it back up for you.
It's fine. Don't stress it.
Okay.
I mean, the reedy stuff will still, like... There's reedy stuff out there.
Reedy was at the web ball game, and, like, the thing is, we made it, I can't remember how it was. The decision was made that like Reedy's talking to Bobbert, and you guys do not want to help Bobbert. So you were like, all right, help Sal then. And like Sal is the mob guy, like, and that is why Sal is on the screen because he's supposed to be on the screen for the mob games. And when they went to steal a book from him, they went the flirting route, which made him like Lore, which made Sal and Laura thing, which made the Kiss Me You Animal game start to make Sal into a not a bad guy anymore, but also the last like mob game made him less of the bad guy. And also, like, you're not finding his wife.
We'll get there. Okay, I feel satisfied. Got the loose hair, the glowing eyes, orb, like I did the thing. You can't. There isn't a game for finding his wife because we are not there yet.
You guys.
You got to get there.
Like every time you're building a tower, you are closer.
Yep.
But
it takes time. That is the catch of a 20-sided world.
And I had his office and stuff all prepared last time they were in Dyad. They could have gone and seen him. They didn't. Could have warned Reedy about the goings on between Bobbert and the Linkertons. They didn't.
We will discover that when we discover that.
Right? It's like canonically, you guys don't fucking have any idea. The three of you know.
It will be revealed shortly, like imminently. You will find out this weekend. Alright, as a reminder, if you had in the past played one of the World Builder cards and rolled for it, please just hit me up to remind me what your rolls are and what it was. And if you have any of them still and you haven't used them, now would be a good time to use them because we are in the middle of preparing the next set of maps for commission.
These maps look so good, everybody.
They're
so good. They're so good. You guys have only seen one and a tiny bit of another one.
He's incredible. I love him so much. Let me like... What am I looking for? I'm just gonna grab his like socials for you.
Oh, absolutely. So I can't say a lot right here. We will tell you.
Yeah, like we'll work with you. So like if you have even the loosest tendrils of a thought, DM to me. Like tell me like the kind of thing that you're thinking. But where you landed, like where your die roll was, is a big factor in what's like around it. So we won't, like, to avoid spoilers for anyone, and we will still, like, even for you as a player, we'll like, hold back on spoilers, so we'll give you just as much information as you need, but you will know more information than, like, is standard across everyone. And we would ask that you keep that to yourself. But we can tell you a little bit more privately. If you don't need to know it, you don't want to. I appreciate that. Do you guys have any questions for us or anything? Because I feel satisfied with this. I'm good to wrap here. Also, I need to eat, like, actual food and go to the bathroom and do all of these tedious human maintenance things that, I would rather not have to do. Here, I'll show you some more Rupert. Before we go, though. Sorry, he's like, why? Why would you uncover me? Oh, stunning. I'm actually gonna make a Discord announcement to remind you guys to send me that stuff. There you go. Here's your enhanced cat cam. I have to draw the tattoos, so anything that takes me time to draw, like, I have to take the time to draw it, and I've been double under the weather this past week or so. But it is on my, like, more immediate to-do list. You don't need to poke me again, but I will look at it with Alan tonight, Soap, and get back to you. Alright, we're going to wrap here. We will see you tomorrow for the run free, which was rescheduled from today. Then we have the Speakeasy on Friday, so if you didn't get a scene during the hand clap, we'll prioritize you for Speakeasy. Then home on Saturday, and the crew all hands on Sunday. So if you can make the if at all you can make the game on Sunday, please be there. I don't think that we have stressed enough how big of a game that is, because it is the foundation of what will happen during Streamiversary. So it should be a good time. And if you want to be able to, like, make your thoughts known on directions you think the crew should go, etc., etc., you're going to want to be there to be able to speak up. Things be happening. Alright, so we are going to fade into the ether, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye forever.
Goodbye, everyone.